Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Massive Podcast post fucking fight night. With me, the winner, Ronan Boyle, along with Niall Cook, the non-believer.
The only fan.
The non-believer.
Only fans?
Only fan on the studio.
He came in grab it last week, Blee. Oh, and we've got our special guest. We special Niall, Blee.
It's very special.
Welcome. You haven't been here in a wee while?
I haven't been here in, I would say, about 3 or 4 months, maybe.
Shut up.
Well,
look at him now.
But just when you're here, see they've
Barometer.
got a big massive mural of Amelia Earhart from,
Seen that.
from Ballykelly.
Seen that?
You should apologise to
They
Derry.
spent 4 days painting it there the other
Right
day.
in the Ballykelly at the bottom, from Ballykelly.
Ballykelly,
Landed in
Aye, hey.
What happened there?
I was only joking, boy. Just took it all serious. Prove it.
I used to-
Prove it!
Do you know what's mad too? I used to bring a group to the Amelia Earhart
Festival?
No, museum up in Cornshells, playing fields.
There's a museum up there.
Aye. Used to bring them and I still believed you and you says no boy you're wrong. Many times I've heard that in life where I just go okay and back away.
Aye.
Now I'm starting to think maybe 1% of them stories I got right.
You might have been right somewhere.
Might have got a
It's
five.
bad when they knew for a fact you were wrong, but still believed you.
And it was on the museum and everything. Aye.
He was in a museum in the place that he thought
He was actually there whenever she landed.
Aye.
On the field, but still
Helped
made
her,
himself.
helped her off the plane, Mondo. Fair
I
play
seen
for a
that.
woman. All right.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, you don't.
It's not.
In front of people, no.
Definitely not.
Just what do you expect?
Closed-minded,
Just
once
be
that's switched off.
well, that's what you get for letting women fly planes, just walking by. Just, hey, can't park that there, mate.
Over and kick it and wobble the fucking wing. Nah, I see. No wonder it came down. Oh, fucking us men.
Bet you couldn't reverse park it, could you?
So I was just going to say that.
She reverse parked, she just took the wing off.
So she didn't make it. And
Who?
did a mural.
What do you mean?
She was. What did she do? What was she flew from America?
Aye.
Where was she meant to fly to? But that was like a crash landing. An emergency
aye.
stop.
Crashed into that, wasn't it?
Aye, so
Nobody stopped on the car.
a man wouldn't have crashed. Man wouldn't have crashed.
She
That's all
didn't
I'm
stop in
saying.
Ballymac on purpose.
Surprise, a woman crashed. This is all I'm fucking saying, lads.
Ah, what could happen to anybody?
She didn't go away. I'm going to fly all the way from Derry to Ballymac and...
My wife never ever bumps on the curbs or makes mistakes until I'm in the car with her. It's the only
Oh,
time.
aye.
It's every single time I'm in the car for some reason.
Oh, aye.
Laws.
So what's the crack in? Any good news now?
Unpack the box in there first, running step by step.
I warned you all. Didn't it, Mark? From day dot.
I never doubted it. Boy. I never doubted
There's
it.
some. Do you know what? McAwee was definitely. You weren't. He would change his mind every week. Last week he was in bad old tune.
Saying that I
No,
wasn't.
you weren't. You were.
No,
You and-
I knew Geddes. I knew you were going to win, but I was hoping Geddes was going to batty.
No. Aye, well, maybe that's what you're thinking, but what you were saying to the world, or our 3,000 listeners, that I'm going to get beat and I'm going to lose my car because it's going to get clamped. And just sitting
That's what I wanted.
He was down a wee hole last week, just had to help him out.
Who?
Shit, my life, shit.
Back in the hole.
And he's shouting up, I hope you get caught with no MOT or no tax or none, and red diesel. It was green, by the way.
That was me in good form. That's what I hope for. What good form.
And then that night, get KO'd.
Aye.
That was your.
That was my perfect day. The question was, explain your perfect day.
You get caught by everything and they get knocked out at
You end up turning the
quarter to
fly
10.
and seeing your dad fucking with a strap on, getting wheeled by your man. What was that show? Do you remember that? There was a show called The Worst Day Ever.
No.
Starts off with a boy gets sacked, then he comes out and he gets battered, then he gets home and the girlfriend finishes him. And then if the man died, threw him out of the house. Ultimately, he gets turned into a fly. Flies into his own bedroom, sees his ma wearing a strap on, giving it to his dad. That was the worst day ever.
Was it a follow with or?
Channel 4, what do you call your man? He did that one where he cut the arm off. Your man was stuck in the... Danny Boyle? I think it was a Danny Boyle one. Really early on.
There's stuff like that there, I have to say. I'm not...
Oh, you had to watch it because it was just the worst day ever. Everything was going
it
wrong.
just keeps getting...
And then it just got absurd, then turned into a fly.
No, hey, you see that fight? Let's get back to talking about the fight. Because the fight... And it was a wee bit, right, I'm not comparing it to this, right, but it was a wee bit like before McGregor and Mayweather, and people were going, McGregor will not come out, hey.
Aye.
And you were just sitting thinking to yourself,
Do you know what
that's
made
not
people
gonna
think
happen,
too?
You know what I mean? I'm not comparing at that level, but I'm just
No.
saying. But it was the same type of way where people were looking.
Jake
going,
Paul's thing too, but was Jake Paul what he was doing? Wasn't it Jake Paul? He started to box, and then he started fighting MMA men, and he was battering them, and it was sickening everybody. Because then they're going, go into a real fighter, and he went in with Anderson Silva and beat him, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So we're starting to beat legends, but they're all old and old men.
that's
But I'm an
not-
old man too. I'm nearly 50.
Aye,
But you were fighting somebody with no boxing experience.
we know fighting experience. Like, it's not, I mean.
But it's
You
sort
were
of
fighting-
ups and downs, so people
You
have
were
that.
fighting a 6-month-old baby.
But people that don't know anything
Look like
about
one,
boxing
Bald head.
or anything like that, do you know what I mean? That they don't know. They watch Jake Paul. Jake Paul didn't box when he started fighting boys. Like his first fight was against
Was he
YouTuber,
not-
wasn't it?
Aye, but was he not?
KSI. Was it?
No.
Was he not trained? I remember. I'll
Never
tell you
fought
what. I
KSI.
remember Doms McConnell writing a post about him one time, and Dom's obviously he's been in the
He's an
sport
MMA,
and knows it, but know a hell of a lot more than what I would know. But I remember him writing a post one time about Jake Paul and saying that he, hey, these boys are no joke. They've been training for a long time. They've
Aye.
they've sharpened their skills. They're not just on YouTube mouthing, that they actually do and can fight and box. They're not going to step on
I
their
watched
rank-
the
no, they're not going to step
documentary.
on Anderson Silva if you don't have any.
I watched 2 good documentaries before too, and it was very sort of similar. It was The Beast getting ready to fight the Mountain. Did you see it? Do you remember that fight? The strongest man in the world.
The Game of Thrones.
On the Mountain of the Game of Thrones, he's 2-time world champion, and then Eddie Hall. And then they give everything. Like, they give up the world's strongest man, and they trained for 1.5 years, full blown professional, and they couldn't box properly.
No.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? And he was even big. Is it Thor?
Thor
He was even
Halford.
on going, listen. What the worst thing about it was, I was the best in the world at one thing, and then I had to start from completely scratch at the other one.
Learning something
And
else.
then you're getting abuse because anybody has seen you hitting pads. What the fuck's out there? No.
Aye.
It doesn't take long for people to creep in and give you be cunt.
Oh,
be a
yeah.
cunt. What I got out of this fight was that I just put to bed all the shite talk for 1.5 years since me and Paddy's fight.
Aye.
Like, I think, see, before this fight, we were outside the ring, and Paddy was saying that the boy he's fighting, this boy called the Bear, mightn't make weight.
What he has is a good one.
And he says,
"Oh, he's fighting."
Paddy took another
He's
fight.
fighting in another. You were telling me that he's fighting in
I
another.
said, Paddy, what are you
another
at taking
tournament.
another fight? Wait and see what happens.
It's called the Bear.
Call the Bear, right? And then I says, and he goes to me, listen, mate, would you step in if he doesn't? And I says, Paddy, you know what, watch me and Geddes fight tonight and then ask me.
Aye.
See if you want me to fight you in.
Aye.
Here's what I mean. I says, because I'm fighting Geddes, like I'm trained to fight him. And then I rang me the next day and goes, you know what, fucking,
Aye.
you're alright, big fella.
You know what one of the
Forget about
problems
that.
was? The hype leading up to it. People
Aye.
were believing their own hype.
Aye.
And it's very easy to get sucked in.
I listened to a few different podcasts, like, and that's.
You
and
listen to Connor Key's podcast, no? By any chance?
I didn't listen to that one, no, but I listened to a few. I listened to some of Shane Taw's, listened to some of Geddes'. Just, you're right. That was the thing that kind of got to me with. Was
Aye.
kind of like, but at the end of the day, it's a charity event. It's like
Aye.
comedians are boxing. Let's not over fucking cook it. But at the same time,
but
Let's
they-
overcook it.
That's actually, I would
That's
say,
definitely overcooked.
Okay, that's
the
overcooked.
reason I fought the second time, number one was like,
You're right.
you don't turn down Geddes when I ask you to fight. But number two was they put things right because the first one, I did exactly what I was going to do,
Aye.
and nobody liked it, especially him. You were like, we had to delete a
We had the
pod.
first one. Did you get out it?
No.
No, I watched it,
No, I watched
but he was
it,
just
yeah.
disgusted with me. He was like disgusted, and I was going, "Do you not understand what it is?"
It was a charity event.
And
You were part of that,
and
but-
boxers after were going like that. Fair play, I know what you're at. Do you know what I mean? Because they knew that it was like just fucking moving and.
But it was
letting
just like, why? Like, what was the point of all the training and the thing? Just to
he
get out
didn't.
and-
He didn't train fat.
I didn't train for that fight.
You
did you?
tried to go back for it.
I went to hit the bag and did weights.
He didn't really.
I didn't go to the gym or boxing, or didn't do any boxing training. Hitting the bag. See, what I noticed too, I was saying to him on one of our pods, when you and the boys are holding like a rubber band around you and you're hitting the bag and they're shouting at you and telling you to go, you don't know what to do with 3 of them rounds. See, when you're on your own, you can do fucking 10 rounds.
Aye.
Because you're looking in the mirror and all too. And and you're doing all that. Fucking. So while that happened, what happened to me was, number one, everybody thinking that Paddy went on podcasts after and says, I was close, if I think I had
Aye.
another like a week's training, I probably would have got him, And they even said in other pods they'd fight me again. So I was like, right. And then big Tommy McCarthy, every time I met him, he goes, them boys not wise, they don't know what's coming. He knew what was coming, Tommy, the whole time. Because I knew the trained in it, and you have to fucking do. But the other one, remember the poster came out, and I was just a wee footnote. Because it wasn't, if it was comedy, perfectly, it would get me right down the bottom.
Because I was looking at the poster for ages and couldn't see it.
Even if the wee Bruno Diamond had an article there today on Irish News, never mentioned me. Headline fight, knockout one.
Technically 2 knockouts, stand 8 count and a knockout.
West of the band. What are they doing?
But do you know what?
There's no animosity. I enjoyed the whole lot, but I just.
There shouldn't be.
Oh.
There shouldn't be. But at the same time, what you have to think about is, for
They'll
me,
not be asking me to fight next year.
For me, it was a delusion around it all. That's what really kind of, because I watched the whole night, right, and every fight, and Cookie, you were at it, but I watched all the fights, and like, I mean, I'm no expert in boxing, but you can tell, but you can tell from watching boxing fights in the past, you know, that nobody here can actually box. This is just
because you you emceed a boxing night.
Yeah, and actually your coach, one of your coaches, Cal, was a headline fight that night.
Proper fighting.
Oh, jeez, it was proper.
You know, you see, and you go to like live fights, and you're an MMA.
But
I hate to be negative about it because it was like a good charity event.
That's a big event,
and everybody's there for a bit of crack, and it takes a lot of balls to step in the ring. But
shit,
fuck,
you weren't. Everybody, see if you're there drinking and all. There was a party atmosphere.
I wasn't
right for night there.
Like my wee Orla and Keely thought it was the best night out ever. You know what I mean?
They were enjoying themselves.
After
they were enjoying themselves. Oh, look, listen, I mean, hey.
And then I won, you know what I mean? So just put the ice in the cake.
Isn't it for, like, children's cancer unit or something like that? So, hey.
That's the number one winner.
That's it. And you can't knock it, you know what I mean? But what I would say is just...
That's Paddy McDonald at a cracker. Somebody was at him. Who won? And Paddy just ran the charity, you know what I mean? Men's mental health won. And that was a good answer.
Oh, aye.
That's right.
Is that because he was beat?
I think Paddy.
Was he beat?
I was beat.
Oh no, it was a draw.
Was it a draw?
He was beat. He was definitely beat.
Mickey says he's going to call himself Northern Bank now because he was robbed. I tried a couple of cracker jokes here the other night. Remember the gag reflex one?
Aye.
You know what I mean? Fucking the gum shield, man. I don't even want to tell his jokes. Can't tell them, like, but they're fucking great. But do you
know what? I got sucked on the wee bit of the hype too. And you're like, fuck, I can't wait for this fight, and I can't wait for that fight. And then I was there. I was like,
they were.
Oh fuck!
Well, Shane Todd one was good to hear because I never seen it. I was
wasn't
getting
bad.
That was fight of the night, I think.
The only thing that I would say about it was that, and I mean, I don't mind saying this because I don't really know Shane and whatever, and it's me saying it. It's not you saying it. I don't think Shane won that fight.
Oh fuck!
No, I don't think he won it. I think that Sean Haggerty won that.
He's another fight coming up, like a semi-pro one. They're mad bastards.
And I think that Shane Todd got the decision on the fight, really. And I'm going to be honest about this because he was one of the chief organisers because of who he is and all. And that was a gut feeling from me. I could be totally wrong. We'll be happy to hold my hands up if
hot take.
But that's
I scored it. Shane Todd.
Did you? I wouldn't mind watching it again and getting a look at it.
I haven't even watched any of it back.
Well, I don't know if you can get it.
I think Sean covered up a lot and took a lot of hits. And then he made it.
Two of them fit as fuck.
Aye.
Went at it.
Close enough, I would say, but I think Haggerty won it. Like I think Sean won it. Like
there's a few people I know for a fact that didn't train, and I was like.
Like we Bruna Diamond, I think she went twice. I think she trained twice or so.
That fight with Bruna and Diona Doherty, was it?
Man, that was like the Crankies. The husband fighting the fucking.
I suppose like somebody seen a pantomime with them.
Jesus.
I remember from about 50 seconds on, I was going.
Because I was shouting down.
Was she battered her true?
Battered her?
No way.
It's just stabbing her. It's just stabbing her.
I was shouting.
You watch it, Mark? You watch it? She was just.
I was shouting. I was in Ulster Hall in the balcony shouting, "She's behind you!"
Do you ever see that game in the fucking fun fair where
the wee pie heads pop up?
The thing keeps popping up. You hit it by a mallet. That's what it was like. It just kept popped up.
Was she hitting her like that?
No, but that was kind of like. But she's at least a foot tall.
That was a mismatch.
At least a foot taller.
No way, sir. Fucking
more
Cookie.
I see you
more. Bad lad. I was kept getting generous there, but
she was just doing this. Bong, straight in the face. Bong, straight in the face.
It was a wide mismatch.
And then, do you know what? This is the way Bruno's threaded it.
Do you know how
I guess here.
Do you know how bad it was? Right? It's right because I didn't see them coming out under the ring, and I knew it was Diona, right? Because I could see her face. But as I was watching the fight, I didn't know who she was fighting. I couldn't tell if that's who she was fighting because
I don't know if it was just the guard, but them head guards were like a full face or mask. But
do you know what the worst thing about Bruna was? She came down and doing all that. she got into the ring and she tried to do like an Irish jig, and her foot slipped, and she just
didn't
she got up the stairs. That's how it started before Dion even got in the ring.
Was that the only other stoppage? Was Dion and Broden? Was there another one?
Me?
I know yours, but
That was it there.
that was it after that.
I didn't get a good look at them, but I was relaxed.
There's definitely a couple of fighters.
You know what? I was excited, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like it was a real fight that was coming up. But I also knew that there's a boxer's chance. And when he hit me overhand right at the start, I felt it. I was like, oh. So if I had went on to get us the way I did Paddy, giving him sort of a leeway, it could have been dangerous for me.
I would have been.
No, if I was letting him come in and do stuff to me.
No.
I wasn't gonna, there was no way, like, and people said, oh, it was easy, and you couldn't, I had to train to make it look easy, like.
Aye. And he's
100%.
And he's agreed to fight. I mean,
he wanted to fight me.
There was an agreement that you would
but maybe
fight,
he seen my fight with him the last time and thought, fuck.
That's 100%. And
People, because Paddy after too reinforced it.
But they see, imagine that's Geddes' hole there. He also has a lot of people going,
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. And there was a lot of see whenever he came into the rings, because I know you haven't heard the actual commentary, and you haven't probably heard it all, but Mark, if you watched it on the thing, whenever he got on the ring, and you were
it was massive.
It was massive, right? Fuck, he's a mountain man, like there's no doubt about that. But whenever he got on the ring, he was kind of jumping up and down and stuff, and doing knee to chest and all that type of thing,
right.
Jumps. And one of the commentators, and I don't know who it was, but I know that Shane Todd and Dave Elliott and
a boxer,
probably Michael Conlon, maybe, I don't know. But one of them, and it wasn't Michael Conlon, but one of them said,
was it not Tyrone McKenna? I think it was.
What about Tyrone McKenna? Maybe it might have been Tyrone McKenna,
I think Tyrone gave Paddy the fight the last time, sure.
But it wasn't Tyrone McKenna that said this. It was definitely one of the other two that says, "Hey, would you want to be standing on the opposite corner from Colin Geddes now? I'm just getting under."
There's about 5 people at home going, stupid.
What the fuck's wrong with me?
Because you think about it too, see the whole fight. Even when we were on, we were talking about I could get knocked out, and this is fucking, and nobody's seen me training. I went to a boxing club.
I know.
They were all getting together as comedians and jabbing each other and
having a crack.
Learning how to fucking throw a punch.
I was driving down to Belfast and I thought, you know what, Dick, Jerry and Yums are dissecting the fights.
Like the sort of pre.
So I thought, you know what, that'll be the perfect match for driving down the road into the boxing. I thought, you know what, I'll put me in the farm. So I must have got out in Belfast and slammed the door.
Raging?
Sir. They were like, man, get us. Did you see the video? The video was in us. Fast, powerful. Do you know they were talking about it one time? They were saying things like, he's an athletic anomaly.
I forgot.
I was here and I heard it too.
Athletic anomaly.
Has a
lot
lot.
Cartwheels. I was like,
has a lot of this come from? Because this is a strange
would
phenomenon, right?
What happens is, see, when I joined the comedy too, and I noticed that Paddy was the hardest man I ever loved.
Aye.
They had them convinced.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? So, has a lot of people's image about Colin Geddes, right? I mean, he's definitely not a fighter. Let's face it. You know what I mean? And you showed him that. You know what I mean? But that's. Like,
but he said to me after it, I couldn't have fought any other comedian. I said, oh, anybody.
And he probably would have battered him.
Aye.
But he wanted to test himself. Fair play to him. Do you know what I mean? But
do you know what?
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think that he wanted to test himself. I think that he completely misread and misjudged.
I think so too.
The whole situation. I don't think that he wanted to. So, if that fight had been somebody else, right, and you had been fighting them, and then next year somebody went to Colin Geddes and says, listen, we've got a good match for you, Ronan Boyle, what do you think? Or he said, listen, I'll that never would have happened. He would never come in on the back of watching that performance.
No.
Do you know what?
So I don't think it was about testing himself. I think it was completely misjudged and misread.
And do you know what? If
I'm being honest, like,
see when I'm around you,
but that was completely compounded by when he went at the end. Oh fuck, he can't fight.
That's right. Exactly, and that's why I'm saying that. So all along, maybe or whenever he took on the fight, plus he watched your fight against Paddy. Don't forget, he definitely watched that and thought to himself,
wasn't really.
I told me he did he did a deep dive into my socials, so he would have probably watched all my old fights too. But He probably looked at it and thought that's 15 years ago. No,
I don't think.
The one where you got knocked out. Maybe watch that one.
I'm not saying from Colin Geddes' point of view. I don't think that
knocked down.
I don't think that he has developed this right. But has that persona that other people have him? Do you think possibly has it been developed from the I Am Fighter videos back in the day? You know, has there been like almost like
a subconscious?
Do you know what I mean?
Alter ego.
No, but I know that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, just put that out there as being a theory around like have it, because Anybody that and I
Like,
know
do you
very
know what
little
it's
about it,
like?
but anybody that knows anything about combat sports surely would know that somebody that has a fighting history and somebody that has no fighting history other than making some cracker videos back in the day, some cracker comedy videos back in the day about being an MMA fighter.
Aye, but he makes himself look useless in it. He's not hard in it. See, you know what it's
Aye,
like?
no,
Do you
no,
ever-
you're right, aye, well, that's
do you know what I
true.
notice about, do you ever get footballers from a wee village fucking school and they look like messy, and then they go and play in a real team in their shed? Do you ever see footballers thinking he's going to go all the way and then they're not good at all?
Aye.
The level.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
aye,
I think
aye.
among comedians, he's a hard man. He's a big fella. He's strong. Whenever they see him hitting pads and all, it's just because they're not in that world.
Plus, he's the king of the castle.
Aye.
When it comes to comedians, he's the king, and
Right.
they all look up to him. Aye. But I mean, in terms of
Right, okay.
his top, his
aye.
top two, like
Oh, aye.
Well, I mean,
top three, there's probably. Well, I still think he'd be above Paddy. And
He's your favourite, eh?
I think it comes down to taste. It wouldn't be my top five.
Aye, but in the country, you have
That's
to,
and I'm just
Aye,
being
but
honest.
that's
And he's very, very
subjective,
good. And I've only ever seen him in here
Aye.
actually in the boiler room. Brilliant night. Thought he was excellent. Had the whole room.
he's my favourite. He's probably my top two. Him and Ronan Boyle.
you don't want batter, do there?
See, whenever somebody's in your top two, that means that
Do
they're
you
second.
not think
Do you know
two
what I mean?
would-
Because you can't be in the top two without being second. Do you know what I mean? If I say to you that you're my top two most favourite comedians, you have to be second, because if you were first, I would just say you're my favourite comedian. You know what I mean? So he has to be second. So who's your first?
See, do you think
Ronan
too?
Boyle?
Do you think whenever you're around me too, but like that my behaviour doesn't come across as a hard man as well?
I'd love to do a Broad of Diamond.
Do you know what I mean?
Somebody interview me about the podcast, not mention Ronan Boyle.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't fucking walk. I do have the crack, but I don't walk around like a fucking hard man and
No.
put out a persona. So and I was 18 and a half stone when I asked to fight me too. Because we did a gig together, it was like 3 days later. I asked, and I was just sitting in the corner, just
Like a lump.
with the jazz, with big hair and all, waiting to go on.
Eating
You
a
know what I
bag
mean?
of Watsits.
Lazy. And I asked, and I said, I told him I wanted to do it to lose weight. And next month I was asked. You know what I mean? So maybe that. So along with people telling you you're the strongest man I ever lived, and then seeing me not being
He
fussed.
also had a bit of history. Am I right?
Jiu-jitsu?
I don't know about
It does,
jiu-jitsu. Or?
I get trained in a bit of MMA training and stuff
Maybe
like
it was your fag one that completely threw him
Cigarette,
off.
aye.
Was it telling you about that?
No.
Went down to Lavery's and smoked a fag in front. They throw him off.
that. Throwing off the scent.
So you went down to do a gig. I started smoking.
Had one
I'm
fag
proud of
in
you,
the
kid.
box too.
I'm proud.
Come on, well, I tell all too.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. But hey,
Angles.
Get us
All's
like
well
us in
that
the
ends well.
notebook.
smoking is right.
Nicotine
That'll do
addiction.
it.
But do you know
That'll
what?
be
I
well
look
for
sharp
us.
because I trained. Another thing worried me was the 10-year difference.
Oh, listen, there was factors.
They're 10 years, like.
There was factors. You could have.
There's nobody around much 10 years older than me that I've.
And do you know what? Get us was fast. He only lasted a minute.
40 seconds.
44 seconds.
He was, but that right hand landed. Wasn't meant to.
He's a big fella, that's why.
Nah, but I think when you
I
punched
looked
him a
across
couple
too.
times in the face, there was two different reactions.
Aye.
Yours was like, oh fuck, he has a punch. His was, oh my god.
Aye.
See, after about 20 seconds or 25 seconds, his knees left him a wee bit, you know.
They did that.
Aye, you could see the wobble.
Oh, he wobbled, aye.
It was, and that's when he got
It's
the
like when
sand.
you
I'll
wobble
tell
when
you
he
what.
pushed you.
I'll tell you what. See, when you fight too, you probably get this when you went into the cage too. You do naturally feel fucking weak for some reason. You're getting in, so you have to control that nerves.
Just nervous
That's
energy.
the-
That's what it is.
That's the adrenaline dump.
So my adrenaline would have been, I controlled. I think mine's better.
Aye.
I think he was worried all day. Because it's all brand new to him. He's never done this before. Imagine your first ever fight as a headline fucking main card in
Yeah,
Ulster
in front of
Hall with
thousands of people,
watching.
It's pretty mental, It's pretty mental.
Some balls to do that. Like,
Oh no, he has massive balls. Like he
Because,
definitely has there's no doubt about that.
that's
Oh,
the-
anybody gets in there is massive balls. You have to.
I kept calm right up to about 2 fights before mine, and then I started getting ready a wee bit then. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And the odd time I was looking, and they were sitting all just at the face. And he was smiling back and all, but it's probably when I went away going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Do you know what?
I said, Orla was all worried about me and thinking, look, Orla didn't help. She was thinking I'm getting knocked out the whole time, and I'm looking at her going, you're worse than everybody else.
No.
And she's going, exercise him and all. I'm going, right. So you're going by body. She was giving me advice. 10 weeks training, on the way up, she started giving me advice for the fight. You should let him punch and wear himself out, in the first round. And then come in the second and you know what I mean?
You should
I'm
go
just
to-
trying to fucking practice.
You should go on. You should go onto the ring smoking a fag.
So she thought I was going to
Drink a pint.
We have a bottle of Prosecco.
No, she was expecting, hope you better not get beaten all that crack and all. But,
You better not lose.
but Claire Corrigan was saying, everybody's stressing out, and when I went into our changing rooms, Gareth was quiet. I'm thinking, no, and then me, I was just moving to people vaping.
Aye. It was a... But, look...
Man, it was still, I just controlled the bed, but it was still the unknown, man, when you're going on these fucking, you don't know.
No,
I don't know.
No,
like, he
know.
could have been a fucking weapon.
No, well, I'm saying you don't
See,
know. But
what you're on about too is Mickey Connor said to me after that, tell you I knew, and I says, you said I had one, but it was just about.
Oh, it's just a hair's breadth.
Aye.
I think Waters going to want, but it's
Just
going to
by
be
experience and nothing else.
It's just going to be like a.
And I was going to him,
a
I
hair's
told-
whisker.
Strange.
I've been telling Kesey all year, but look, what are you on about?
Casey isn't it?
I think they're thinking my age and all there, but they went to town on, and then just blew over sort of my abilities. And I was just like,
Strange. But this is what I'm saying. That's about because I obviously followed all the social media stuff and all that in the build up, but it was the delusion around it that I thought was like.
I put out who do you think I won? It was 50-50 in the results in the poll.
Aye. And there's a boy like.
Do you know what? We're also not. I don't.
Somebody
mean,
says I am night. It's going to be night boil. No?
But see, the more I thought about it too, we had the inside track. Like I know Jason Quigley was fucking bumming about how good you were, and how like proper boxers were telling me how fucking fast you are. So I'm like going, all right, I know then.
It wasn't like I was just starting out myself and fucking thinking I was hard.
But even at that cookie, right? Even without that, right? And I didn't have any inside knowledge at all. I've been speaking to them boys, but like even without that, it was crazy to think that somebody that does have fighting experience, and not that many years ago altogether, I know you're 10 years old, but it wasn't that many years ago, right? Altogether, and somebody that doesn't have any, and this is his first time in a ring.
2 if you count the streets.
You know, well, last Saturday night.
That Orla one.
Offer me outside. Right,
Come on!
but it's crazy to think that there was a delusion around that somebody that doesn't have any ad experience can step into the ring with somebody that does and won it, regardless of size or shape or anything else, because it doesn't come down to that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it comes
Do you
down to
remember watching what I call him have his first professional, or the only professional he used to play cricket?
Aye, big
Andy
Freddie Flintoff.
Freddie Flintoff.
Like Andy, Freddie Flintoff.
The way, right, so he was training, and it was a great. Did you watch the documentary? Like, it looked, I enjoyed it because he was getting into it, and he was fucking focused.
He was big time on it.
And even doing his last show, that panel show, he was all fucking like, no, in the zone, acting hard, no. Then I went out and fought.
Yeah.
And I was going, maybe you have to do this from your wee. They properly sort of, because I've always sort of hit pads and boxed.
Well, there's obviously a set of skills involved in it that you have to learn, practice, and
But
get
there are
better
some
at.
boys that can just stand and do that straight away. They sort of have that.
Aye, but if they're in a ring, what's
That's
something?
different.
But this is what I'm saying. I can stand do that.
I remember
right away
John
if I was
Blee.
acting.
John Blee had a name for a hard man. He fought Marty Doc. Did you watch that fight, did you? Blee just wanted this glove off so we could grab him. You know what I mean? They was just running around after him.
Doc battled him.
And Doc beat him because Doc was doing
Doc
that.
be more skillful.
And just was fitter. And,
Shane, aye.
Big Blee was just looking to KO.
See, in CrossFit, I can tell.
It's a sport, you see.
I can tell right away whether it's for you by jumping up in a box. By some of the way someone jumps up in a box.
You can
You
tell.
can
them
tell if CrossFit is for them, as in if they're going to
If they're going to struggle or they're going to do well. CrossFit's for everybody, but I can tell whether they're going to be good at it or bad.
That's what gave me confidence. No Jerry out in Raford trained me and
You
guys.
wouldn't believe how many people can't jump up in a box.
My ma hasn't jumped
Really?
off. My ma hasn't jumped off the
Hey,
ground since
and I would
1972 or something.
Jump up on that stool there. 2 feet.
Aye.
Couldn't do it.
Actually, can't leap up on it.
Just like
My ma's
Stop
2
dead.
feet.
Just
Haven't left the
can't.
ground at the same time since the 70s, she says.
she sleeps standing up.
Just never jumped.
She's a vampire.
She's never.
Market for Nostri.
She never just did that. She tried it then, we're going, man, God knows what.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't jump up on 2 feet
Can't.
like that.
Even since she's lost the weight.
Well, I proved to him last week that I could do it. I was walking down the street in Belfast. He was in the hotel way across the street. He says to me, "Says that you hear people?" He says, "It's me. No, it's not." I says, "That's me. I'm telling you, I'm walking down towards work here. That's not fucking yes." And then he says, "Go and jump up and down."
Oh, I see, so we figured it out.
The middle of the street.
Good man, right?
We on here now.
That is you. Oh, the wee things. You do let anybody driving by just
Just jumping up and down. out in the middle of the street.
The only people getting that was me and you. There's nobody else. Like, I remember stealing underpants from every fucking house in the Ballycummin and hung it off Ballylindsay's like fucking 8 pines going up the front of this house. I mean, took me an hour and a half, pants everywhere. And then I sat in the field across just to wait to come out in the morning to get the milk. So we could see it. No cameras, nobody around me.
Just so he...
So I could just go... And then I went home. Nobody with me. Like nowadays, you'll have the tripod up and all. Oh, fucking come on, Billy.
I done one of them the other night, but it wouldn't have been that long, obviously. But went down to the wee girl's room and just stood in it for a good half an hour, waiting for her to come in because she's the easiest in the house to scare. You know what I mean? I catch her all the time. Like I stood because she should have been in long before this.
And you're giving another 2 minutes.
Going,
I'm in this deep now.
I've been here long enough now, might as well stay. And the room was dark. Door opened and I just went to scare and it was Kathy and just the whole thing just died of death. And it was
like when you're going steady with a dog
raging,
and you're telling your mate you're riding her and you haven't rid her yet, and you're there for fucking 8 months and you're too late now to stop. You have to keep at it, like, and you're a year and a half in riding, of course, flat out, man. And you get less and less inclined to ask them because she's not doing it. I'm not going to ask.
Praying that she doesn't find out that you're saying it. Exactly.
Oh, fucking hell. I was going to say something.
And do you know what? Funny, that's one of my favourite videos on TikTok and stuff. Is you see the boy that dressed up as a bush?
That's good. Do you know what I did to him one day? I would say about 40 minutes. I sat, we were in 2 single beds, and I just sat me up.
Waiting for you to wake it up.
Fucking, he did not wake up, and I'm just like, he did wake up at the end, but it was like 40 minutes, son. Thought I was going to stay like it. He just looked at what's
the one
wrong.
that
I was wrong then. What's wrong with you, sir? And turned around. I just went back into myself and then went just for my own wee sick satisfaction.
If you owe me entertainment.
Jesus Christ. Things you do.
So when he woke up just to be looking at you.
There's no break. It's just it's like I'm looking at you all the time, which it was.
That he actually sat up all night looking at me again.
Funny, that's did you see this thing now that they're doing on planes? Raw dogging. Raw dogging. It's like who can sit the longest now in a plane just watching the wee bit where the plane just no TV.
I see it. I know.
No toilet. You just have to stare at it for 8 or 9 hours.
And what do you get?
The longest.
The longest.
So they're all trying to beat. So they're all trying to beat their PBs. So they're just sitting there watching
PBs. PBs.
9 hours.
Jesus, Cookie.
No water, no food, no TV, no phone. Just sitting and staring.
There's a boy that did video, wasn't there? Sitting with the fire lit in the chair with a whiskey. Just sit stare. Just you can go back and forth, still sitting there.
There's people do that at Christmas time, stick it on.
Well, I can watch the fire, no bother. At least the fire's changing.
It's a video of him just sitting. Looking at you.
Sitting he's looking at you.
He's just like me sitting, just watching.
So you're looking away and
you can go back and you look at
he's still there looking at you.
Still waiting.
Oh fuck, I'd be tight. Oh no.
I think he did like Big McCross was telling me I think he did about 8 hours one night. Just sitting. So that's like
I think someone that the CIA would put you in the black hole here and make you do.
You know what?
That's torture. They're watching a plane.
I'm on a plane tomorrow for 4.5 hours. I think I've downloaded 12 hours of films, and I'm worried that they run out.
You need to get a box set.
I have a couple of films. Furiosa. Did you watch Furiosa?
No, because the coppers piss on the ding dong dingy. Sort of like Jimbo. Oh, excuse me. Have you watched an Indecent lately?
Trying to think. I watched that.
Except for your woman's dit.
What time's that on? This will be on later, aren't they?
It all depends.
Is it a children's show? What? Is it a children's show?
It's like C-Fax.
The TV switches off for them.
What is it? Come with me. Open the door.
Trap door.
Can't be anything. Do you think it can't be anything? It can't be anything.
That's what I'm saying. We're starting a wee radio fucking thing, me and Fenton, and I have to be good.
Fenton got his
Drive
eyes.
105.
Fenton got his eyes opened and said,
wait, where were you inside?
Drinking my hustle.
I think he was actually shocked the amount of stick we give Terry Boyle.
Or anybody. See, walking through the town, it's like crowd work with me. Everybody here knows me, so it's
Terry
fuck
Boyle is
up.
on Ronan's
My
dad.
dad.
Big rubberhead.
His medications made his jazz the biggest in our house. And
Oh
fuck,
man,
it's
we
great.
give him some abuse.
He's been calling us fat bastards
Oh,
for 20 years.
100%. Aye, your dad's not short of stick. I wouldn't worry
Rubberhead.
about that. Aye.
Rubberhead.
He deserves
He was
it.
doing this here, boy. He goes, "You want to see your big fat face when you do this?" And you want to see him, sir? He was like one of them big
Walrus.
fucking big Labradors doing the big thing. That's what he looked like doing it. Trying to mock him.
Rubberhead.
He was doing it fast, but it looked like it was slow motion. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my ma's loving it too, because she used to be always, he was the skinny one in the photos, now she is.
Oh, aye. Your man's not so into it, sir.
Hello,
Looks 20 years younger.
Hello. I mean, that looks 20 earlier, we were saying that thing. Second.
I haven't seen your dad, but I've seen a photograph of him. Well, actually, actually had to be.
There's nothing better than the
There
skull.
had to be 2 photographs so kept together to get it all.
Aye, well, he's not
One
like,
for his face, one
it
for
looks
his
like it looks like somebody melted Terry Boyle. You know the end of RoboCop? That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
You know the end of RoboCop? Your man gets hit with the acid.
That's fucking noisy. True, but it's noisy.
Sure isn't. Here's Heckle me, remember the comedy?
I was in.
When's the comedian start? Well,
That old chestnut.
That classic.
the old classic.
See what he called him.
That was a great night on here, hey, on Saturday night. Saturday night's a good night in Strabane too. Hey. Maybe a wee bit too rowdy, but it's good.
Do you know what? I would say it all depends who you've on. So, you had Mickey Bartlett on, hadn't you? Probably suits Mickey.
Oh,
And has style because he
It
likes
wasn't
that.
really up here.
No, it wasn't that bad. Like. That's what I'm saying. Christmas was the last one where it was just like, nah, there's no
Yeah, but
point.
that's fucking. That's,
That's-
That was a mental one.
The Hulls of Ice.
Nah, it was a
But
mental one.
Thursday's the night that usually had us on, but we had to move it for the Saturday night. But it was a great night. Eh?
Aye. Good, eh?
Then we went in a swally. Man, I fucking suffered for a day. Then you had to work. I was laying in the house just,
Harkin dropped a full bottle of Buckfast.
sir. Harkin lands up. He was so we were in here gigging. Glenn Rouse was playing.
Harkin knocked
Right.
over my pint as well.
Right, so this is what I did. I had 3 mates gigging in 3 different bars. Paddy Ferry was over in XOX, or
Yeah.
the next one. Harkin was in Christie's.
Yeah.
And Rouse was over in Dicey's, and we were in here. So we're all the boys, we're all gigging.
Aye.
Some talented friends. Cons the 3 of them, but you know what I mean? So
aye.
you can be talented, but still bastards. Right, so Rouse landed. Rouse, he was full. We went then down to Christie's. Harkin, I left him. Then he lands up to my house with a bottle of Buckfast. You weren't up there, you know?
No.
It was me and Royce, that's what it was, in Arla. And he lands on my bottle of Buckfast, started mouthing, dropped the full bottle in the kitchen. Not even opened. Hey, and you know when you're getting the cloth and it's all black?
Oh, black currant everywhere.
And Arla went to bed. He shot that out. I'm like, ah. Next day, and had him up 4 times. Harkin, I'm on the pub. Send me videos and all. You know what I mean? Just doesn't care. Share that among you, then away.
See, Harkin, he says to me, Harkin,
Did he leave since he done it?
No, he stayed, but still.
Aye.
he says Harkin lands at his house. As long as he knows he's out, he just lands.
If he knows I'm out, he'll land.
Aye. Aye.
So I'm very rarely out now.
Aye.
So that's why he takes advantage.
The old Harkness.
Because I'm a boy who drinks to sleep. No, I don't go, that'll do me. No, I'm like, fucking, that'll do you. Nah.
Just keep on going, eh?
I just go to sleep. Boy.
The drink puts you to sleep, you don't go to sleep.
Oh, I was sick the next day too.
Unless you're sick, unless someone comes on, you know what I mean, like that. But you left about 12:30, did you?
Sick.
You were sick the next day?
You had to work.
Oh, you were working the next day?
What time do you have to start?
9.
9.
9 in Letterkenny, was it? Or? Oh, jeez. Nah, it's not. You need, to
You need your sleep.
Tired.
Aye.
But see, I was good enough. Had a few pints, went home at 12:30, dying. Sick.
Oh, you were sick? You were sick?
Oh,
or
sick. No,
sick with a hangover?
Sick with a hangover.
Aye, man, it ruins you and you're tired and you're fucking fed up yourself.
But you know what happens too? See, whenever
It's the opposite of the farmyard the night before. Like.
see, whenever you go home like that and you know you're working in the morning, you're not really sleeping right at all.
No.
You're thinking, right,
Comatose.
I have to get up. Know what I mean? No, it's hateful.
Everything's hateful.
Hey, so a wee bit of sidewinder, but don't know if he's heard about a bus that went on the ditch up in Victoria Road.
I did.
Did you hear about it?
When?
Last week, was it?
Out the road, out the
Was it today? The Victoria Road is on.
outside Balmagorry.
Aye, so bus just went under ditch and it's something lopsided, but you'll never guess who was on the bus, boys.
Who?
I know who's on it.
Our wee friend, Tina Translink Lynch.
No way!
I see how she wrote under one.
What?
See, she wrote under
She
one.
was on the bus.
I have no luck with buses. So
For anybody who doesn't know, we sort of got stuck in there for getting knocked down by a bus one day. There.
She got hit by a bus.
That was a clip we did.
We done a clip on it.
Now she's been on the bus.
the bus driver took a heart attack. She was on the bus.
Fuck off. You'll not be anywhere near buses in Tina.
You'll not be anywhere near WeTranslink.
She's like she's like Straban's version of Final Destination. If you see her on the bus,
Is she alright? Nobody cares these days whether people are alright. It's all about the action. How do you know she's on it?
Because she posted about it herself. I didn't see it, but somebody sent it to me. I'm not going to say who it was.
imagine you were sitting on the front of a bus on a motorway, and
Tina was on it?
and fronty one of them big
Just you're getting on.
No, one of them big lorries. You know the big logs is in fronty, and you just happen to look down the back and you see Tina Lynch.
You know what's happening.
You know there's a big log.
You know what's happening.
Get me off. And then even a plane. See her getting on, I get off.
She definitely fucking Tina and buses don't go together.
She was on one of the 9/11 planes, wasn't she?
Fuck me.
Titanic.
Well, I hope she's alright. I care. Like.
She was on the Hindenburg, wasn't she?
I think she was okay because she posted about it. I
I
think
think
she actually.
she could miss Amelia her, doesn't she?
Two flying machines. Oh, yeah. Boys, can't fucking say that. It's fucking terrible there, boys. That's terrible.
Oh, that's the clip, please.
Only joking, Tina.
We're only joking.
Just don't be booking a bus. Only joking, Tina.
You dirty wee bitch. Oh, what else?
So that's a wee bit of local news, boys. We Tina Translink.
I have a gig. Me and Eamon are doing a gig tomorrow night.
Accidental Theatre.
7 tickets, sorry.
Do you know that Accidental Theatre? Like, I don't know. Like, they're
That's
doing.
tiny, like.
That's the question I was going to ask you. Are you going to Edinburgh?
Yeah.
You are going this year.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Hey?
I'm only going for a week.
Fuck, very good. Hey?
Not for the festival, for summer.
No, over the gig.
You're going for the Fringe Festival.
When's that?
First week. Well, it's the whole month of August. I'm only doing a week.
So
3 gigs I got, and also we may as well.
So this Accidental Theatre crowd are putting on all the pre-Edinburgh Fringe Festival acts over the next 45 weeks.
But it's in the same row as Lavery's, and Lavery's is on tomorrow night, their last big summer fucking gig. And they've got McCann back and everything. I'm actually bringing McCann home after I do Accidental. I'm going over to Lavery's.
See,
It's literally just round the corner. Literally, like.
Is it a comedy club though? Because
No, it does everything. All there. Do you know what? It's.
they do improv
Aye.
theatre, don't they?
Do you know what? I did stand up on there, remember, for BBC Radio.
Oh, they use it as a.
They used that as a
right,
venue.
okay.
Do you know what?
Fuck, I wanted to go to the Fringe.
So I went. Do
Because it probably cost you £1 million. They fucking
you know what? Fenton got a hotel for just normal prices. It wasn't anything fucking extravagant. I just want to go over, do 2 or 3 gigs a day, and watch whoever I want to watch for a week. Probably a beer or 2 involved, but hey.
Aye.
So we're doing that tomorrow.
So is it
I'm on a podcast, then I'm doing that show, and then I'm going over to Lavery's and I'm bringing the Iron back. So, and then on Thursday,
What comedians from the town are going, or from the city, from fucking this country are going?
do what?
Edinburgh.
Fringe.
Loads.
There's quite a lot going.
Every year.
McCain all do it, like.
Mickey always does it say. I'm doing so William's doing an NI comedians night, and I'm on it every night. I'm there, so I have to help flyer and all that crack. Couple of beer during the day. I'd be good at flyering, I'd say. My fun.
Isn't that how your man?
But wait to hear what I'm doing
Your man met Peter Reindeer.
on Saturday. Aye.
He was doing the Fringe.
Did you see fucking hang? She's not wise. Because
That's kind of the theme of the show.
aye, but what I call him? Come on, and what show did she go on? Pierce Morgan.
She was not the girl that acted, but
the real one.
the one that's claiming that she's a real life one. Aye.
She has the real
Oh,
life one.
aye.
Because what do you call your man? The Scottish fucking MP, Galloway.
George Galloway.
He was on. He said that he tortured her for 2 years or something.
Aye, that's one of the
That
things.
she tortured him.
She
fucking stalked him.
way back.
He says, and this
George
was
Galloway.
before mobile phones and all, so it was phone calls, hundreds every day, coming and landing. She was a politician, you see.
So she just typing on the bottom, sent from my iPhone.
The typewriter.
She
Sent from my typewriter.
Sent from my pigeon.
How many people would have seen her on that show and went, holy fuck?
But that's the thing, because we don't know her. But obviously people weren't going to know
She
her.
did it more than once.
But she, I I mean, even whenever she was on Piers Morgan, God love the girl. I mean, the girl needs help. Like, I thought it was quite fucking
Funny.
funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's fucking. I thought it was a bit funny to an extent.
She's a vulnerable adult.
Aye, exactly. That's what I mean. I didn't think it was like Piers Morgan was asking her about her qualifications and stuff, and and how did you do or whatever.
He was just.
You know what? It kind of had told for me. Have you ever worked with a young person that you had a good connection with, and then they start texting you flat out?
No, it's just you fucking creep.
You mean texting like fucking like you're their friend
outside of
work.
work.
Well, I turned the phone off. You should turn the phone off after you finish work.
No, I care. You see, I'm worried about them. I just want.
Do you ever?
I don't know. You're not getting paid when you're communicating with them in the evening. Do you know what I mean?
Who?
Him.
I'm asking for money after.
I want my fags back.
Aye,
Go on, bring
I know
my
what you mean, but somebody that kind of sees you in as being, you know what, he's my
But they're
mate.
a
You
bit
have to draw the line.
vulnerable,
Aye.
You've had to draw the line, young like people
Aye, of course.
before.
And that's what should have happened with her. But obviously, I mean,
But it sounded like he couldn't draw the line. See, when I watched that, but he sort of let her on a bit too.
this is what I was going to
Oh,
say.
he enjoyed it.
He enjoyed the attention and her laughing at his jokes and
and he also, it was one of them ones where he gave her a wee bit of line.
Oh, aye.
And then pulled it away again. Then
Sure,
gave
he
her
went
another wee
and
bit of line.
he followed her home
So
all too,
it wasn't
much.
the girl's fault. I don't think really a lot of it. See, at the very end of that show, whenever she was getting put on she was doing time or whatever, she was on court and they were reading out, her convictions and her charges and stuff. Fuck, I felt sorry for her. I was like, Jesus.
Felt sorry for the actor.
Well, just the actual, the whole thing.
She did a good part. But
You know what I mean?
imagine you were like that, but and then you see the person that you're meant to be stalking looking in your window.
I feel sorry for your man at the end of Shawshank. How the actor?
Remember we got fucking Forbes too.
See when your man's killed at the end of Braveheart. Who the actor?
The Titanic, who the boat?
Do you mind when your man gets hit by Jaws? Who the actor?
The real shark. Fun fact about Jaws, it was a shark. They reckon that they made that film better because the shark was shite. They couldn't get it to do anything, so they had to just do all that sound like
the
it's
whole
coming.
suspense. That's right.
Hitchcock stuff.
Aye, because that's what builds up the thrill.
Not knowing what's going on now. Side boob.
As it
You
goes.
call it. Not seeing the full hang, you know.
Do you love about a side boob, man?
Ooh, nearly seen him fucking.
Then you see the full boob and you're like,
Stick it back.
That's anticlimax stuff.
Too much. Just a wee bit. Wonder does it work with women with side bag?
definitely not. You see a big wire pube hanging there and you're just like, no.
Gingery, wiry ball bag hanging out. Oh, look at that there. Teresa, really serious? Please doing squats. Oh, he's going for the lunge. That dirty bastard. Did you see the side bag?
The sweat right off it.
Clean plate. The steam raised on it, did you hear?
I can't believe it was a workout.
It wasn't our wire.
I want the word.
It was nuts. Some difference from a side boob, eh?
Aye. They're just not as attractive. But misattractive.
They're not as easy in the eyes now.
I definitely wouldn't be putting it down as one of my
Side bag, no.
Aye.
I've never heard anyone say side bag.
What do you think? Guess we out for a minute Saturday playing the side back?
Can you see much? As long as you don't see the tip of the dick. You're alright.
That's the name of the podcast.
Side back.
Side bag. Niall Blee, side bag.
Boys, just got mine, really. Your own one. Yours we wouldn't be attractive already.
Oh, I see my bag.
Do you?
No.
There's boys do too. We should get fucking, what do you call it? Does all the fun, or does all
Skyscrapes?
every fucking podcast you hear about them.
Who?
Manscapes.
Oh, manscaped.com.
That would have been a good advertisement for them there, boy.
Side bag.
Side bag.
Where's I?
Manscaped. Do you want a lovely side bag?
Do you take care of your side bag?
We could do the fucking video of us splitting over and all. And just put her there. Jeez, that's a skip there.
Doing like a yoga class.
Side bag. Everybody knows your dirty little secret.
Have you got a hairy side bag?
Do you want a clean side bag to entertain the folks?
You want a smooth side bag?
Smooth operator. It's so smooth. Dirty bastard.
50 minutes, boys. We'll do this.
You're going away on holidays?
I'm going on holidays.
Do you know what I'm doing on Saturday?
Cookie's going holidays down to get away.
I'm not. I'm actually. Do you know,
Alright.
on the lead up to the holiday, it's stressful. Because you fucking pack that, and you get this and go
You
run
could
down
be in
and
the
get
most beautiful place in the world where everything that's free and laid on for you, and you'll still have an argument with the family. You should still have a fucking get down in here!
that. I know, but the Waynes are all excited. Know what that translates as? Annoying me bastards.
Well, they
It's a tight
wrecked.
journey. They wrecked too in the
The
morning.
time you went to fucking Medjugorje when they were just babies.
Oh man, you have no idea how bad that was.
Why? Why did you go to Major Glory? Why?
I've been to Medjugorje like 18 times or something.
Why?
Because apparently
Because
Croatia's lovely, but apparently it's one of the best fucking looking.
Aye, Croatia's
Is it all holy? It's
Aye.
like purgatory?
No, it's not
No,
like
it's locked there,
no,
Gordon.
no, you're thinking locked there. I've been there.
What happens in Major Glory?
What happens?
Mary appears.
What do you? I mean,
Is there any side boob?
do you know what? I haven't seen any myself, like, but
Is it a place? Is
there
it a
has been
city? Is it a
reports.
town? Is it
It's
an
a
island?
village.
Oh
Right.
man, but
It's
there's
a village in
pools,
Croatia.
pools and all.
And
Good weather.
What is? Do you want to know? What is?
what is it?
Wait,
Is it
want to
a
know?
thing?
No, I
It's
want
a
to hear
pilgrimage,
about.
aye.
I want to hear about the
Aye.
airport where he
So
was.
why do you have to
shot.
walk around in bare feet? No.
No, you don't walk around in bare feet. Anyway, we can have another conversation. If you want to have a whole conversation about it, we can have a whole conversation about
I
it.
just want to know what attracts you. Dave.
Don't, because he's a cunt.
Are you holy?
He's going to
Yes.
go down and he's a
You are
bastard.
holy.
Aye.
Yeah, he's religious.
Well,
You believe in God?
yes.
Yes.
Loser.
See, well, I'm somewhere in the middle. Jesus.
At least you're hedging your bets.
Just
At
in
least
case.
you're hedging your bets.
How
We
you
should
do-
actually
God knows.
God knows the crack.
we should actually do a pod on that, Cookie. We should actually do a pod on. Hey, you know what? There's three very different people here. Like somebody that does believe, somebody that definitely doesn't
I'd be
believe,
interested, but you not do that.
He's not.
and an agnostic.
Agnostic.
But are you an agnostic, or are you kind of like?
No, I'm
just
not
don't
like
believe?
I'm not as bad as him. Where he doesn't believe at all. Where I'm like
Possibly. So you're a possible, but
I'm like fucking.
You're 100%.
I'm spiritual. I think I'm
I'm
spiritual.
100% all in everything and.
I think I'm more spiritual.
Wouldn't even
Even
contradict
the
it.
contradictory stuff in the Bible, you're all like, it doesn't matter.
But sure, anything can be contradicted anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Moses.
Moses, tell
Red
me.
Sea.
Were you there?
Noah's Ark.
Were you there?
Noah's Ark.
Were you
How
there?
did he get the fish on the boat?
You hear
I heard
that?
that one.
Jesus.
Noah's actually believe in Noah's Ark.
It's very hard.
Adam and Eve.
It's very
No,
hard.
you know what? Will you let him finish the
Let me
fucking
finish what I'm
sentence?
telling you. Shit before.
Yes, then fuck.
That's how you won an argument.
You know what I mean?
Shout.
This isn't
You know
fucking.
what?
Jerry Springer.
I've actually heard you as an atheist talking more about God than me ever talking about God, and I'm a full believer. So it's strange. I think-
Because I'm trying to convert the fucking stupid bastards.
There's a lot of.
Do you know what? We
of
should have a
gay
conversation
homophobes.
about it someday.
we should do a pod on it.
I'll do it. No bother.
We should do a pod on it. Definitely.
You did.
I was have a serious conversation.
Mary's
about it.
did. Oh God, the Virgin Mary did.
Oh, you're a cunt. You can't go down that road, you see.
Well, you
'Cause
can if you want.
you're
That's
gonna-
up to you.
you're
That's
gonna
up to
insult
you.
people.
No, I wouldn't. I would never tell anybody that
You'll
they,
offend
that
people,
they,
like?
that they couldn't or couldn't do anything. You can't.
Oh, you never
Were
did.
any of your children conceived by the Immaculate Conception?
My children.
Aye. I see. Load of shite.
Fuck it, you don't know. No, my children definitely not. No,
You're gonna
no,
have some-
I was full on there, man. I
I
don't know.
hurt myself.
This all started from him fucking sweating in a
Oh,
airport.
airport now, it's in their full scale.
Now you're like, there's no such thing as God.
And
Right
I
by
think
a satellite.
just to let you know what they look forward to, right? So whenever's going on
I
the
know
airport,
but I've plug-in stuff to do before you. fucking-
whenever
Like Glade plugins.
whenever I was going onto the airport, it was all like suitcases on the plane job. There was nothing down on the hold. So Kathy's coming with 2 Wayne's arm. No, blah blah.
What
I'm
age?
coming with probably 2 and 0. I'm coming with everything, man. I
Sperm,
mean, there was
just a sperm.
There was actually suitcases hanging in my ear.
Oh.
And then you have to stop. Passports, please. Everything drops. Everything goes to the ground. All the passports out, your man takes them in. Everything back up. Everything back on. Through. Security, everything down. And man, it was like the worst. Then Wayne's just run. You're stabbed. That's a nightmare.
Sweat going down the cheek. I remember working with a young fella in a wheelchair, right? And he used to bring you shopping. You had to go
Aye.
on him, and he would go on one shop, out one shop, and one shop, and you're coming behind him with like 20 bags. And at 2 hours in, and I go in this shop here, and I'm going, nah, that's enough. And he says, you have to take minutes. I said, sorry for you, you're sitting.
The muscles in your arms don't work.
You know what I mean? And hey, even the chair was nearly tipping because there's that many bags hung in that as well. And just came out of me in front of everybody.
You're lucky you've got muscular
Oh, room.
Aye.
Sorry for you, you're sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, it was that's going to hell.
Aye.
Now I believe it nails in. You know what I mean?
Apologies. No. Sorry, don't mean it.
Do you know what? I've done that exact same thing, and when I got angry with him, do you know what he done? I have to pee. Take me to the toilet.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye.
And he waits until you and then he attacks.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anyway, when's this going out next week?
Aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boiler Room has 2 shows coming up in July. We've got Roleplay by David Elliott. He's on his tour, he's coming here, and there's tickets available on fucking everything. I'm putting out, go to my socials and all that crap.
You know what's on here?
And here.
But what else is on here?
And then
Not
the
that I won't-
25th.
Not that I don't want to go and see Dave Elliott, but what else is on?
The 25th is Mark McCartney and Paul Curry.
That's a good night,
It'll
isn't
be
it?
a good night.
I'm in
And
the Boiler Room in
who
the
else?
casino, you know.
I can't.
I know,
Max Roddy's doing his debut, and I forget who else.
Who's Max Roddy?
Terry fella.
Terry, comedian,
He's
eh?
actually quite funny, you know.
He's
But
great,
I've never seen-
he's great online stuff. Now he's trying to bring it to the stage.
I've never
so.
seen him doing stand up, but his online stuff. He done a cracker training one time. Remember them all running
The
up the house, smoking
fag
fags
and
and all. It was wild fun.
Oh, there's a couple of deltas.
Hey, did you see any of the interviews
Breaking
with Hawk 2 again?
I did see one today. Aye.
She was like, so what he's going to do next? He says, we're probably going to start a podcast. I was like,
How does Hawk
how does
Aye.
one line...
No, I didn't hear saying
There's
that.
a political party nearly sounding like that too. On to it. On to it. Vote
You know,
on that.
Spit on that thing! Vote on that thing!
Vote on to it.
She was on the day chatting to somebody, and then she was saying that look, she hasn't been sacked from her job.
No, it's
she's not a
Barrett Sports,
teacher.
yeah, it's the same one, aye.
She's not a.
She works in a spring factory?
Nah, and her
But-
father's not a preacher.
No.
Why does one fucking move or word make you think that you have a personality to start a podcast and everyone's going to want to listen to you because you
And
did
you know
that?
what?
As we're going to start off, welcome to the Hot Tua podcast.
I know.
I mean-
Imagine if you're out in the Cowell somewhere, right? You're standing out in the Cowell, and this film crew comes along, and you end up saying Frostbite. Then all of
Aye.
a sudden, then you're now King of Ireland, like
That's it.
15 years later.
Yeah,
Same thing.
100%.
Because it's the same thing.
She's
Bernard
casting like
McHugh too was on. What do you remember, Bernard? Is
Bernard
that-
McHugh. Blind. Well, at least
he was a spit for you, Blee.
He just went round his underpants.
my twin brother. I remember the night me and Shane Gamble had us close whenever we were.
Oh,
doing-
he did the
we
name.
were-
Because that's what his thing was. He got in his wife from
A wee red pair of red
Aye,
leathers
that's
legs.
right. Aye, so
Tiny Whiteys, wasn't it?
me and
Blind Date, is that where you're famous from?
Aye, me and Shane were doing a gig, hey, and he was a hateful cunt, you know. And I've no problem saying it, Bernard, if you're watching now, you were fucking hateful. Hey, shut up. Put that on there and do what I tell you. And
Shut
turn-
up.
Oh, you want it? Hey, you talk about a complete diva. I've never
Shut
seen
up.
anything like him
I've
in
seen
my
him
life.
on Jerry's People.
I actually told him that night, I says, I'll see if you ever come in anywhere again where I'm doing a gig. Just you do your own thing because, like, it was
Aye,
fucking-
take a photo there of the boys and we'll put it up.
it was bad, like.
We should do that more, go on.
But hey,
Should get this videoed.
he stripped down, fired his trousers behind him, fired his shirt behind him, socks, he's standing in the wee red nags. Eh?
I just left them in.
Then he and Gamble had their clothes. He's running about the whole hotel looking for them. But
I know.
he's not. Fuck.
Imagine too, and I was in that Jerry Kelly show. It was called Kelly, and he did the
Aye.
introduction. And he says, "Oh, come on, every single paper you pick up."
Ah.
That Donegal accent.
We're opening up filling stations and cake shops. A few cake shops asked me to open up the cake.
Leaving your job and all.
Do you ever see,
Did you open up a cake shop?
Can you see there's a film out, The Flats it's called?
The flats? Flats?
Is
Is it about listening to fun?
No, it's about Belfast.
Right.
What do you see? Hold on, 2 seconds.
See your woman's bringing out a new show about
Joe,
Belfast.
Joe and his Belfast neighbours reenact childhood memories from the violent Troubles era and their Catholic district, exploring the...
That was saying it's about us. That was flats. Is that what it's about? Like, about that
must
area?
be, yeah.
Right. Okay. Sounds
Doesn't
good.
sound as good as the Orange is the New Green going on tour this year, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that wants to go see Orange and New Green, we're doing our last run.
New launch.
So we're, and have you the dates there now?
I do 7th, 14th, 21st of September. 7th. I sent them the other day too.
I think we're starting off in Donegal.
Letterkenny.
We're doing
Starting in
Letterkenny first.
We're starting in
Letterkenny,
Letterkenny
hasn't
the
Donegal.
7th and then Greenland. And then
You know
on
what?
the 14th.
Let's do it right because
On the 14th, we are in the Stroll Theatre in Omagh, and on the 21st, we're in the Ballard Arts Theatre in Ballybuffet.
Yeah.
On the 3rd of October, we're in the Millennium Forum.
Millennium
Derry.
Forum is
Get
the-
on it, Derry ones. It's going to be a great night.
yeah.
And then we're back in Strabane to finish everything off with a wee Christmas special.
This is the brand new, totally reroute show. It's the,
There's going to be a
there's
Christmas.
not going to be 1 minute of it the exact same as the last time.
It's
is
going to be
that
the
it?
exact same one as Santa sitting at the back. We put up a Christmas,
There'll be a Christmas trio.
No, for Strabane we're just changing it up a wee bit because they've seen the show twice and this is our last time
We're going to
doing
write
it.
a new show.
It is. It's a Christmas.
It's a Christmas
So
show.
see if he's rerated, his boiler's still going to be in every scene, and you're going to
No,
be in
I'm
the
not,
first 5 minutes, and then
No, I'm
you can
not.
lie back to vaping at the back.
Well,
See, I
that's
think-
the thing, right? I would use my brains behind the scenes quickly. You know what I mean?
No.
Sent him out to go out there and make people laugh.
No. What do you call her? We're going to be having it's going to be a great show. Christmas themed class.
It's going to be a great show. They haven't wrote it yet. They don't know what it looks like, but it's going to be.
You're a cunt. Tell me this. Tell me this. Can you come on the pod next week because he's away? And we can get you on it.
I can come on the pod if you want, but I'm not the one.
Oh, guys! By the way, I'm away this week, so there'll be no pod next week. So
You know what? Dave Elliott says to come down next week. I could sit with him and maybe chew the fat. Plenty fucking chew.
as I said, folks, there'll be no podcast next week. I'm not lying. There'll be no podcast next week.
Little flat line next week.
Oh, see, Angie could have said to you.
Alright, to the fat eye.
Fucking chew the fat.
Somebody said yesterday, and that was a flash in the pan. No, that wasn't.
No, that was me.
That's not the saying. That's not
It
actually.
was
what
like,
you're-
and 44 million to Google's just a flash in the pan. I was like,
that's not what flash in the pan means.
a drop of notion, you fucking silly cunt. Who says that?
Doesn't matter. But
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
But does it?
Doesn't matter.
So we'll be doing Orange New Green like a mini tour. Last time we were doing it probably, unless somebody comes in and goes, that's amazing, and brings us fucking
Unless we get on the BBC and Macmillans and then they don't speak to anybody ever again that we know.
Wildfast too. Just,
Would you still speak to me if you made?
I would speak to Cookie.
you're right. I'd send you fucking threatening letters. There you go.
Me and Cookie sharing an office now.
Leave your voice.
Me and the Cookster sharing an office. I know. And I have to say, right, I have shared an office with some characters. Like I've had Michael McCall, Tommy Cannon, yourself, Roland,
Me?
yourself,
Yes,
included in that. I have had a few other ones now along the way. People I wouldn't mention because they're not as close to me. A lot of characters, a lot of people, a lot of personalities, but nobody, and I mean nobody, will ever come and replace my
Come
Niall.
on my face the way now does.
Will ever replace my Niall.
We just fed up face. Let's see. Whenever we used to go out during COVID and we had like all day together, I just knew on the way home he just wanted to get away from me. Where me and you could chat for weeks, he's just like, oh boy.
Tommy Cannon's the same.
Do you know what the worst?
Tommy gets fed up.
Usually summer, you know.
Aye.
People to be along me, like you're similar people to be along me, great crack and all, brilliant, and it's fucking, and then there comes a point where it's just, and it just goes from that to
Everybody in the
Right.
room's a cunt.
Fuck, I'm away.
Did you hear?
And you're-
If
and
somebody
you're a
says
cunt.
something, you're like, oh.
You're a
See, at
cunt.
the end of that day, so Boiler been stuffing his face with fucking Scotch eggs and fucking sausages and coffees and fucking monsters and then and then like his feet would have been up like it was like a scene from Star Wars when you know they're caught in the trash
Back when they could
compactor,
touch
you know,
my toes.
the rubbish up to his things, and he would just go, right, I'm away, and we slam the door, and just the car would be covered in rubbish. Like I would take all mine out of me.
He
just
he wouldn't take anything out.
No, you know a man's diet, you know how healthy a man is, but don't say this.
See, the last day,
But that's his car. You left everything on his car.
Aye.
Too right.
Christ.
he got out of the car the last day, so there was 2 cups of coffee, there was a can of something, and there was a chocolate bar wrapper, and there was a bag of crisps. So there was like
I left you a bit of chocolate on that wrapper, you selfish
No,
bastard.
there were 6 wrappers, and I lifted one wrapper out, and I rolled it up and put it in his pocket.
Did you get the
walked
chewing
out.
gum now? Made it
Just
chowed.
left everything something.
Just left it, but I took one. I took the smallest.
See what
You
it
know
took.
what, Niall?
No, you know what? I took the bit with a wee bit of chocolate.
There was a bit of food on it.
You know what I was going to say, Niall? That's progress. Look, be positive, Niall. Be positive. Be positive.
Right, boys, let's get the
Fucking
fuck
Let's
out
get
of
the flock out of here.
Up the BRY. Sees after.
here. Up a fucking hoods.